Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another Double or Nothing episode. The last week, we closed out the month of November with some pretty insane numbers. I've never actually experienced doing nearly 10K in a month, especially for it being the first month of this business. So that was definitely something that I was not expecting, and to be able to experience it was really fucking awesome. To start off, on Monday, we landed a $4,500 sale, $4,432 and a couple cents to be exact. Just closing that sale changed the whole ball game for that week, and the energy levels were through the roof. Like, I was so hyped going into the rest of the week. The rest of the week was pretty cruisy. We ended up closing another $1,200 sale on Thursday, which was really good. Another situation where these people needed it pretty quick. It was within a timeline that we were able to squeeze in. So we managed to get that done, and that helped us close out the whole week at a total of $5,500 in sales. So some pretty cool numbers for the second last week of November. So that was very interesting to say the least. Some of the lessons which I basically learnt in that week that I needed to take on much better was the first one being our payment processor. They are just out of whack. We're currently using Airwallex, and although Airwallex is really good, it's pretty future-proofed, and there's lots of tools and things in it that make it a really good choice for most people. For this business, we don't want to have to spend our money when people make a purchase. So instead of me having to sit $10,000, if not more, in the bank account for us to access and buy materials as soon as someone places an order, just to speed up the process, we need someone or a payment gateway that can do same-day settlement. Because currently, Airwallex was giving us 3-day settlement, which just wasn't working. Like, it's way too long, and it just keeps people waiting and waiting, when we can have turnarounds of literally next day delivery. And to maintain that, something needs to change. So I've done plenty of research over the last few weeks, and I think I'm going to go with SecurePay. It's basically Ozpost's own payment gateway, which you can integrate with an internet merchant account if you have it through your own bank. So we can then host the SecurePay payment gateway on our checkout page, and it'll just speed up the process from when funds get paid to when they cleared and are in our bank account, and we can actually use them. Because having 3 days wait time is really inefficient, especially for this business that we want to just keep the ball rolling all the time. The idea is for us to spend the customer's money. Another thing that I had to get on top of was creating staff-specific accounts. Me and my business partner are both trying to access the exact same account with the Airwallex, WooCommerce, everything. So that was throwing another spanner in the works, and in the middle of me processing something, I'd get logged out and that would just fuck me over. But this is a little screenshot of the actual performance for the second last week of November. As you can see, $5,526 in sales. I think I put in a $3 order there because I was testing one of the automations, which I'll go into deeper here. It's basically just to speed up the process of when we get the order and we contact our supplier. I assume Shopify and things have these in place if you use AliExpress, but we're not using anything like that. Everything we're doing is in-house in Australia, and it's domestic. So we don't go anywhere outside and outsource products. It's straight from Australian suppliers with a lot of Australian-made products. So to speed up this process, we have a key account manager with most of the suppliers, and what we've set up is an automation that runs using Make. As soon as a customer places an order, we had to set out an automation which runs and takes the specific data we want to send to the supplier, which is just the line item. So what's in their order, their shipping address, their name, and a few other things, like which option for shipping they've chosen. And that gets sent directly to the supplier straight away. Like, without a second of thought, it gets formatted into a templated email and goes straight to that person that is our key account manager for that supplier. This has saved me already hours per week. Having to sit down and type up emails is very inefficient. So from the get-go, my business partner Dan was like, yep, this is something we can do. Let's get it done. We hired someone from Germany. They smashed it out in about an hour. I was trying to do it. I'm not talented in that sector at all, so I'm going to outsource things like that in the future. I find it a lot better when you can pay someone that knows exactly what they're doing, and that way they get it done at a much quicker rate than you can. A few things I've started to pick up and notice for myself this week. Having to answer the calls and speak with the customers directly I'd say it's tuned into older part of me, which is I used to be a salesperson at a local technology store here where I live. I haven't had to speak with the customer in mind and trying to solve problems, and it's made me realize that I really fucking enjoy that. Being on the call and helping the customer is coming back, and I just want to build on those skills, which I've already noticed, and that's something I'm excited about too with this whole thing. I've already been complimented a few times based on my politeness, but also the speed and efficiency of when I'm helping customers. One thing a lot of people say when they're talking to me is like, a lot of the competitors don't answer. Like, I'm always ready to answer the phone if someone needs. Even from the get-go, this has sort of put us in a position where we've realized we're providing value based on customer service, which is really good compared to our competitors. And while they're all competing on price and literally spiraling down to the bottom together, I've increased prices and we're still getting the compliments and the customer satisfaction even with those increased prices. So this is something I want to hone in on way more. I'm basically going to do a reconstruction of a lot of the pricing, especially on things where there's fuck all profit margin, and try to leverage the customer service to which we are providing, which is the setting part away from everyone else. In this sort of industry, most tradies are busy. They're doing this as a side gig, whereas I'm all in to a degree, and I'm willing to spend a lot more time than the average Joe on helping the customer with the solution that fits them best. So that's basically the overview of how the e-com store is going at the moment. We are a month in. We've done some pretty insane numbers for the first month. I'll be sure to make another video which deep dives into things that have happened in the last week of November and how I felt kind of closing out that month, nearly cracking the 10K off the rip. So that was a fun experience. If you enjoy this, make sure to drop a follow, like the video, but appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.